Applegate, Hensley.
And how old are you, April?
23.
Okay, April, do you know Roy Kronk?
Yes, I do.
How do you know Roy?
My mother's ex-boyfriend.
Speak up just a little bit if you
My
don't mind.
mother's ex-boyfriend lived with us in Tennessee. I moved in when I was 5th grade, 10 or 11 years old.
Okay. All right. Did Roy ever do anything that you thought was inappropriate?
Yeah, I feel that there were times that I would take a shower and go to my bedroom to change and either be in the bathroom or be in the bedroom. Sometimes he would, walk in while I was putting my clothes on. There's a comment that I made one time that I was tired of men, and jokingly he said, "Turn to animals and I'll videotape it." Both laughed it off. That's about it.
Were there ever times when you were with your boyfriend or whatever and Roy walked in on you guys?
Never walked in. I never had the feeling that he was watching or anything. I mean, my boyfriend says that he does, but I wasn't paying attention at the time. So I was busy, so I wasn't watching to see if somebody else was watching me.
You mentioned before we turned the camera on an instance where he came into the restroom while you were there and needed to use the restroom while you were in the tub, and you say you threw a shoe at him or something like that?
Yeah, I threw a shoe at the door, and I told him to go take a crap outside.
Well, tell us about that incident.
That's about all there was to it. He came in the door. There were times I'd be in the bathtub and the water would not be running, and I wasn't sure if he did or did not know I was in the bathroom. He would open the door and say, "Oh, you're in the bathtub," and I'd say, "Yeah," and he'd shut it back. There were actually times I'd be in the bathtub with the curtain shut, and he'd just come in and take a peek, as a matter of fact.
Okay. How was Roy's relationship with your mom, Sandra?
There were times that he would sleep on the couch, wouldn't even sleep in the bed with her. She didn't care if he slept in the bed with her. She acted like that he was only there to help her, and that she really didn't have no love for him much at all when it all come to an end. I don't know what it was. I've always felt like she knew something we didn't. I've always felt like he was hiding something too, as well as Sean said. Never really did figure it out or find it out, because after my mom died, my papa always felt like he knew what it was, because he did not like him at all. My papa ran him out of the house after my mother died, and he came back here to Florida.
Why did your papa run him out of the house?
I don't know. Well, one of the reasons is because he wanted me and my brother to live there, and Roy didn't want me and my brother to be there. Even as my mom was in the hospital, my papa gave me and my brother a boarding room in his apartments because Roy would not let us stay there.
What was he doing on the computer?
From what I ever seen, I didn't pay too much except for when I would walk by. He was always playing a game called World of Warcraft. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, but it's a lot more high tech. You can play with other people from all over the world online.
How did he treat your mother while she was sick?
That's one of the biggest problems I got with him. I feel that he could have done a lot more than what he did. I feel that he was there. There was times my mom would tell me that she would be in the bathtub taking a bath and couldn't get out of the bathtub and would be screaming for hours, 30 minutes to an hour. And then it had taken that long to take his headphones off and realize that she was stuck in the bathtub.
Did he feed her?
She basically fed herself. She'd get in her little chair and she'd go sit at the stove. Couldn't even stand up and cook her own food. I mean, yeah, he'd go out and order stuff and bring it home, but when she died, the doctors told me that whoever was staying with her should have gotten her to the hospital before they did. They could have possibly saved her life. That she was so dehydrated to where she stopped eating and drinking. There was nothing they could do. And the only person that was there with her was him.